which amazingly enough is still polluted to this day. If it weren't for modern technology and chlorine and things like that, they still wouldn't have healthy water to drink. Right. They really did a number on their water. The natives knew not to throw their waste into their drinking supply. So Ponce, being educated, knew that the water was a healthy source of water. He also makes comment that they had plentiful food. They were growing things like squash, corn, and things like that. So he knew their health and longevity was due to a healthy source of water and good food. Now, he never makes it home to Spain to say any of this, though, guys. He goes back. They give him enough water and supplies to get back to Puerto Rico. He resupplies his ships and does some more, comes back here to do more exploration. Now, they end up on the west coast of Florida, where they run into a tribe called the Calusa. Calusa, they're not as nice. Ponce gets wounded. They take him to Cuba, hopefully to fix him up. Unfortunately, a little over a month later, he dies of his wounds. Now, our most educated man is dead. All we have left are the sailors. Now, sailors are great at a few things, sailing being one of them. And when there's no wind, there's not much to a sailing job. And you have to do something, and tall tales, storytelling is another thing that sailors become good at. That's where we get unicorns and mermaids and things like that because of their tall tales. Now, those men are talking amongst themselves. How did the natives, heathens that could barely dress themselves, how are they living so much longer, stronger, healthier lives? To them, the only logical explanation was if the water was magic. Now that story spreads, and they're sailors, so that story spreads everywhere. And it becomes myth. Now, 84 years after Ponce is dead, the new king, King Philip IV, was like, hey, I don't have a lot of history on my explorers of that time. Balboa, De Santo, Coronado, De Santo, all of them. And he's like, I need those histories. So he hires a historiographer named Herrera. And Herrera writes their histories. Now, none of these men are alive, so he only has the stories to go by. So when this man wanted to become governor, he became King Ferdinand, the wise king that he is. He had known about the Fountain of Youth, and he sent some most of his valiant explorers in search of said fountain. And that's how it makes our history books. We lose a lot of his actual history, considering he's the very first European to set foot in what we call modern America. Nobody really knows that, but he was. He's also the first to discover the Gulf Stream current, which was a big find, actually. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks off of travel back and forth from Europe, right? That's a strong current. And we don't know that either because that history is lost to a myth. Now, guys, we're going to get some water. I want you to do this with me. This is how much water we're going to put in our cups, right? We're going to go down these stairs, these ones on this side, and then we're going to come up these stairs. We're going to get a quick drink, throw our cups in the garbage, and then we'll work ourselves out that door to your guides out there. Right? Right.